All right, we are back on attempt number 2, and I'm thinking this is a lot clearer than the last one I was trying to do. It had a cloudy overtone to it, and I'm not sure why. Uh, I did wipe off, maybe I had a little smudge on the little camera part of the phone. I don't know. I did try to wipe the phone off as best I could, and then redo it. So let me see how it's looking on the computer so I can see what you guys are seeing. Um, and see if this is copacetic. Let me turn my light back on. I had turned one of the lights off. Yes, technical difficulties. We're going to try to resolve these right now, if possible. Clear, you say? Okay, that's what I was hoping for. I think there was some kind of smudge or something over the lens of the camera. So hopefully now this is better. That might be too much light. Maybe I need to just turn this light completely off, and maybe that would make it look better. I don't know. Let me try. I think I'd be better off without that light, to be quite honest with you. I think we'd be better without that light. So we're going to try it this way and see how it goes. Hopefully that's better. Took the lamp light off and just had the overhead light going for me. Okay. So where we left off last time. No, Tabby wasn't vaping. She actually left the room. She was in here earlier, and then she cried to leave, and that's what kind of got me thrown off on what I was trying to do, and got me out of sorts, so to speak. So where we left off, if you remember the last game in the replay, Cleveland Indians just whooped the Boston Red Sox badly, and Boston's was already trailing the Tigers by 2 games. Now they're trailing by 2.5 with 10 to play. And now we have the Tigers trying to go up by 3 games. They got to get by the Yankees, and the Red Sox fans are in a strange position where they have to actually pull for the Yankees to win to help their cause. So it's Al Downing and Joe Sparma. Tigers won the real game 10-1. I did want to keep this little thing here to make it easier to see the line score. There you can see the lineups right here with all the ratings. And Tiger Stadium is right there. We got the dice for the Tigers and Yankees, and like I said, the Tigers and Yankees have very similar coloring, so there's not a whole lot of difference between the two. But hopefully now, let's see, let me bring this down just a hair because the thing got cut off a little bit, I believe, and it's almost tilted on my end too. So let me tilt it this way and see if that fixes the tilt. So we have a little more straight up here. I think that's a little bit better. Actually, I think it's a lot better. So that's what we're going to go with. And I hope you all watched RJL's video. I was watching the end of that, getting ready for this, setting this up. And, of course, I use RJL's little helper here for the base runners. So those are the numbers for the base runners. As you can see, really bad right fielder for the Yankees. Roy White's a +2, so it's a +4 to go from first to third. So they're going to run on Roy White pretty easily, I do believe. So, yeah, I don't have errors like that other channel, so. Well, I do have orange dice, but the Tigers at home don't wear orange. They wear orange. Well, actually, they didn't wear orange at all in 1967. They didn't turn the orange on until about 72, I think it was, 71, 72. In 67, they were just navy blue and gray, and that was it. You really didn't see any orange in the uniforms, so that's why I'm going with this. So, all right, we are ready to go. Joe Sparma finishing up those warm-up tosses, and Horace Clark, second baseman for the Yankees, is up to the plate. And I hit something on my computer, and I don't know what I did to get. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're good to go, I think. Okay, we're underway. Sparma, 1-3, strikeout chance, 16, way too high. Go to Clark. 6-5 to fly to center, and there's one away. So Horace Clark flies out to the center fielder Mickey Stanley for out number 1, and that'll bring up Jerry Kenny, little used player. He had 58 at bats, but he did hit .310. Sparma 4-6 is a blank. We go to Kenny, and that's 1-5. So star 2, ground ball to third. And that's an easily handled by Don Wirt for out number 2. And here is an aged Mickey Mantle playing first base. 1-5 is a range play at the park, so we go to Tiger Stadium for a range play. 6-3, it's a star 2, which is a ground ball to third. Don Wirt is a 4 on his range. So 1-4, and Mr. Wirt will make the catch. He does not. It gets by him for a base hit. So Mickey Mantle singles past Don Wirt. He has no attempt to steal, but they do have a balk chance here, so we'll roll for that. No 20, so no balk. So Mantle will hold it first, and Joe Pepitone, center fielder, will step to the plate against Sparma. 1-2, strikeout chance, 3, got him. He strikes out an 8, Stadium even adds 1, so that's going to be it for the Yankees. They get a hit. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. It is the Yankees nothing and the Tigers coming to bat. And the Boston Red Sox are Yankee rooters in this game for a rare time, but they are. Check, make sure my focus is still good. I think it is. Best I can get. I get better resolution when I record than I do when I go live, but people seem to like the live stuff, so we go with it. All right, here's Mickey Stanley against Al Downing. Tigers loading their lineup with a lot of righties. 1-5 is a walk plus. He walks at a 14. That's a 17. 3 is a 17. 18 fails, but the plus turns him to a 27. So that initiates the walk right there. Without the plus, it would not have been a walk, but that plus 10 makes him a 24 here, and the 27 and the 18 fits perfectly. Mickey Stanley, an attempt is a 3. Cannot get the jump, so he will stand pat, and Dick McAuliffe is your batter. Back at his more defensively proficient second base position. Downing to McAuliffe. 1-4 is a walk chance. That's a 6, and that'll be a base on ball. So back-to-back walks for Al Downing. Not a good start as he can't find the strike zone. He cannot find the strike zone. And that'll bring up Al Kaline. Nothing happening there. So Al Kaline, the batter. 5-2 strikeout chance, but 19 is far too high for that. So we go to Kaline. 4-1, and it's against the lefty. It's a ground ball to short on the split chance. It's a possible double play. He's a 3. +1 is a 4. Halfway is a 5. The pivot Clark is a 0. So anything other than a 6, and we got a double play. And it's a 6. That's the way it's going for the Yankees. Tigers catching the break, so the only play is at first base. It's going to go 6-3. But instead of a double play, we got runners at second and third with only 1 out. And Willie Horton, the batter. And the Yankee infield is going to have to come in. They really don't understand why they didn't turn that double play, but them's the breaks, as they say. Downing to Horton with the infield in. 2-6, that's a strikeout plus chance, so that's a big strikeout to get. And that's out number 2. So all he's got to do now is get Bill Freehand. Or they could walk Freehand. First base is open and pitch to Wirt, who's a lesser of a hitter. That's what they're going to do. Even though he's walked too early, they're going to give the free pass to Freehand to load the bases, set up a force at any base, and pitch to Don Wirt. And then hope that Al Downing finds the strike zone. Maybe a controversial managing decision, and you won't see managing like that on that other channel for sure. Downing 2-6. That's a strikeout plus. Got him. And there you go. That's why you watch this channel, for this kind of managing, not that other channel. All right, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 left. At the end of 1, it is 0-0. Joe Sparma back out. We'll be facing left fielder Steve Whitaker. Steve Whitaker. 4-1, and that's an error ground ball possibility. Go to Whitaker. 3-3 at the fly to left, so no ground ball to worry about. Just to fly out to left field, one away for a very young Roy White. Sparma 5-6 against a lefty. Switch hitter batting left. That's a blank. Would have been a star line to a righty. Go to White 1-5. Ground ball to short. 2 down as Trzaskowski makes that play at shortstop. 2 down for catcher Jake Gibbs. Sparma 1-6 blank because he's not tired. Go to Gibbs. 2-5 fly to left field. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. They get nothing. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. And a guy who only had 3 at-bats the entire season, but he started this game, Wayne Comer, so I had to print him off the PDF. There he is right there. He was 1 for 3 on the season in 4 games, but he is playing center field. He's a terrible center fielder, 1 and a +2. So I probably will wait till the 7th inning to substitute kind of thing because he may not be around. I might give him 1 at bat, maybe 2 tops. Downing 1-1 ballpark card. So we're going to Tiger Stadium for Wayne Comer's at bat. 1-2 home run to pull side, but he has no home run power. So it is a fly to left field for 1 away. 1 down, and that brings up Trzaskowski, shortstop. Sparma on deck. Downing 2-5 strikeout plus, and he got him. So Trzaskowski out on strikes. 2 up and 2 down for Joe Sparma, the pitcher, an .054 hitter with 1 run batted in, no home run power. Downing 1-1 ballpark card again. They're wasting their home run chances at the ballpark with these guys. 1-6, it's a star 3. It's a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the 3rd. Still no score. From Tiger Stadium, formerly Briggs Stadium, then renamed to Tiger Stadium. Sparma will be facing Charlie Smith, Al Downing, and Horace Clark to start the 3rd. Hello, Marlon. How are you doing? Doug, Ben, Chuck, anybody I missed? Sorry about that. Naven Field also. Okay. Well, the D20 didn't make it through, so we're going to call that Sue Dice and re-roll. It's got to be official. 3-1, walk chance. 13. He walks at a 9. Stadium has 3, but that's only 12. I went to public school, so I could figure that out. And, before they started teaching genders and stuff, they actually taught math back then, so I could actually figure it out. And here's Charlie Smith. 5-1 is a power result to left field. And that's an 11, which is going to be out of range. Only goes to 7, so it's a fly to left for Charlie Smith, 1 away. And yes, I went there. And I'll go there again if I have to. All right, here is Sparma to Downing. He's a 121 hitter. 6-5, possible error on a throw. 3-2, and that is a single to second base, but there could be a throwing error attached to it, but that's a 19, and second baseman calls only a 10, so it will not be an error, but Al Downing will get himself a single. So how do you like that? A single for Al Downing. Of course, he has no chance to steal or anything like that. And we'll roll strategy. No balk chances. Here's Horace Clark. Infield is halfway for the double play. 4-2 is a strikeout chance, but 17 is far too high for that. Go to Clark, 1-3, and that's a single past second base. So how about that? Back-to-back singles to second base, and per the chart, to get from first to third on an S4, you need a 2 or better. However, Al Downing does run it at 2. How about that? So he will make it. Downing actually stretches it to third base. So runners are at the corners with 1 out for the Yankees to take the lead and help the Red Sox out. And I see Robert has joined us now so that he can learn. It's like coming to class to learn how to manage. So, but at least he's learning. That's good. That's good. We'll eventually get him to a double switch. I mean, we'll eventually win him over with a double switch, but it might take a while. All right, strategy roll. Nothing happening there for Horace Clarke. He can't go anywhere. Here's Jerry Kenny, little used shortstop. Only had 58 at bats. He grounded to third his first chance. 1-2 is a strikeout chance. 18 is way too high for that. We go to Sparma. 6-6. That's a fly to center field, possible sac fly, but he's a 0. Al Downing is a 2. Center fielder arm is Mickey Stanley, and he is a 0. So 1-2, and Downing will score on the sac fly. He does not. He's got a hold, so it was not deep enough to score him. And it's 2 away, and it's up to Mickey Mantle, the aged Mickey Mantle, who did single his first time up. All right, here is Sparma to Mantle. 1-3 strikeout, got him. That's going to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third, no score from Tiger Stadium. Tigers trying to take a 3-game lead on the Red Sox, but if the Yankees can pull off the upset, then the lead is back down to 2 with 10 games to play. So the Red Sox are in that weird position of having to pull for the Yankees to win a game, which is very odd for them, but do what you got to do to survive, as they say. Here's Mickey Stanley. 4-1 strikeout chance 10. He is a 7. No, it's not going to fit, so we go to Stanley. 6-1 power result to left. It goes up to 7, but that's a 19, so it's just a deep fly to left field for Mickey Stanley, as he can't get it done. And that'll bring up Dickie McAuliffe, second baseman. 5-4 home run question mark to a lefty is a 1-9, but that fails. So no home run chances, but McAuliffe will swing it. 6-4, he grounds it back to Downing for out number 2. So both pitchers have seemed to settle in a bit. Here's Al Kaline. Downing, 6-3, he's not tired, so there's no single there. Go to Kaline, 4-6, he's going to fly to center, and it's a 1-2-3 inning once again. And at the end of 3, we got nothing going on, no score. Both pitchers are firmly having their way. And Joe Sparma back out will be facing Pepitone, Whitaker, and White. Sounds like a bad law firm. Pepitone, Whitaker, and White. Pepitone fanned his first time. 1-6, not tired, so it's a blank. Go to Pepitone. 2-6, grounder to first. Easy play for the first baseman, and playing first base in this game is Mickey Stanley. And that'll bring up Steve Whitaker. Sparma 2-3, and that is at the ballpark. So we go to the ballpark for Steve Whitaker. 4-5, and that is a ground ball to first for out number 2. 2 down. And that'll bring up Roy White. Sparma 2-2, range play. Nobody's on base, so everybody's back. 2-4, and that is a single to center field. 2-out single for a very young Roy White. And after this half inning is over, I have a protest from the Yankees, so we will get this corrected and resolved after this half inning is over for a rules infraction, or a card infraction, I should say. So we'll after to borrow the Steve Tower method. Was that a range check on? Hey Tony, how you doing? Was that last single by Roy White a range check? It was a range play, wasn't it? Where did he single? I think he singled. Where did he single? Single to center. I think it's a range check at center. Is that right? But in center field is Comer. He's only a 1, so this has to be a 1 to take the hit away. It's not, so the single will stand. So that stays because Comer's only a 1. So it actually does work out to be the same. All right, so Sparma to Jake Gibbs. 3-2, hit by pitch chance. He's a 7, plus 3 is a 10, but that's a 12. So he brushed him back but didn't hit him. And here's Gibbs, 3-5, and that's a ground ball to short to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It may be no score, but there might also be an issue. The sacrifice fly attempt by Jerry Kinney with Al Downing at third base. Al Downing was a 2. I mistakenly thought Mickey Stanley was in center, so I used his rating of a, but he had no arm over here, so I looked at the 0, thought it was his arm. Actually, in center field was Wayne Comer, who's a +2, which means a 1-4, Al Downing would have scored. And I believe I rolled a 4, so I'm going to use the old instant replay from the live stream, go back to that result. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to do it, but I want to get it right. That's the main thing, is I want to get it right. So let me go back to that result where we had the sacrifice fly possibility. All right, here we go. Jerry Kinney is batting. And let's see, let me check the roll again. So I've got to go through this. So it's a fly to center, and I rolled a 4. The blue die was a 4 when I put it out there. So technically, so let me get back to live video here. But after further review, and the fact checkers out there can check this. If you're tired of looking at political fact checking, you can do baseball fact checking. This was a RBI, sacrifice fly to center field by Kinney. And it should be 1-0 Yankees. Detroit's not happy, but that's the way it should have been from the get-go. Because I misread thinking Stanley was in center, not at first base. It was actually Comer at first. He's a +2. And Downing's a 2, makes it a total of 4, and I rolled a 4. At the time, I went back and looked at it, saw it was a 4 that was rolled. So, just to be fair, I'm not trying to go against either team. I just want to make it accurate and fair. That should have been a run, and that's the way I'm calling it. So, it's actually 1-0 Yankees as we go to the bottom of the 4th. So Yankees do lead 1-0. Downing does score on the sac fly from Kinney. All right. That'll bring up Willie Horton to start the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th we go. Downing 6-3, not tired, single. Horton 3-2, star 5. That's a fly to left. 1 away. 1 down for Bill Freehand, who got intentionally walked by a genius way last time. Up 3-1, strikeout chance 14 is too high. Freehand 4-6, single to left. So a 1-out single for Freehand. And his attempt, he has no attempt. But there are pickoff chances on Downing's cards, so we'll roll and see if we get a 20 or not. And we do not. So here comes Don Wirt. 1-1 ballpark card going to Tiger Stadium for Don Wirt. He's had a home run of just 4. 1-4 for a home run if we hit a home run result. 4-4, and we don't. It's a ground ball to first. Possible double play. He's a 3. +1 there makes it a 4. You don't get the extra for halfway because it went to first base. So it's 1-4. Pivot at short is Kinney. He's a 0. So it's a 1-4 for a double play. And it is a double play. It's going to go 3-6-3 to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 4, it's the Yankees 1 and the Tigers nothing. Yankees win this game, then the division lead or the American League lead for the Tigers goes back to the original 2 games. It was 2.5 coming into this because Boston had already lost on September 20th. So Yankees trying to help out their rivals. All right, here is Sparma to Smith. And we get a 2-5. That's a ballpark card again. Going back to the ballpark card. 1-1, and that's a home run to the pull side. That's a 13, though, so it's out of range. He needed 11 or less, so we got a 13, so it's just a deep fly to left. for Charlie Smith, 1 away. And here's Al Downing, one of those oddities where he throws left-handed but bats right-handed. 6-1, strikeout, got him. 2 down. And that will send up the top of the order in Horace Clarke. He's 1 for 2. He played an integral part in that run because he got Downing from first to third with his single. Sparma 1-5, range play at the park. Going to Tiger Stadium for a range play. 3-1, that's a star 6, which is a ground ball to short. Range play at shortstop. That is Trzaskowski, and he's a 3. So 1-3, and Trzaskowski will end the inning. And he does. So Trzaskowski makes a nice play, throws out Horace Clarke. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Sparma. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Yankees. And Mr. Comer coming back up. Again, only had 3 at-bats all season. He was a PDF printout on just regular paper. I didn't want to waste card stock on somebody with 3 at-bats. So he's just regular paper there. And this will be his last at-bat. After this, he's going to be substituted. Downing 2-4, strikeout 7. He doesn't strike out at all, so no chance there. Go to Comer, 1-4. He's going to single past the pitcher. So Comer gets himself a single. He has no attempt, so he can't get a jump, but we'll check for pickoff. There is none. And here's Trzaskowski. Downing 4-2, blank. We go to Trzaskowski. 6-2, liner to the pitcher. Could be a double play. Liner to the pitcher. We check our double play chart. Runner at first base. Runner on first and a liner to the pitcher. That's a 1-4 opportunity for a double play. So 1-4, and they're going to double Comer off of the first base. And they do. So Comer is erased on a 1-1-3 double play. 2 quick outs, and the pitcher Joe Sparma is up. 3-3, and that's a strikeout chance, and he got him to end the inning. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left thanks to the double play. Second double play in 2 innings turned by the Yankees. And it's still 1-0 as we go to the 6th. Sparma can face 27 batters. He's faced 19, so he's still in good shape. I'm sorry, 25 batters, so he's still in good shape. And Jerry Kenney, who had the sacrifice fly, will lead off the top of the 6th. 6-2 pitcher result. Kenny's a lefty. 1-9's a single. That's a 7. So Jerry Kenney with a base hit off of Sparma to lead off the inning. To get the lead, needs a 1 or a 2. Does not get it, so he will hold fast for Mickey Mantle. Sparma to Mantle, 6-5. Possible error on a throw, if a throw is required. 1-6, and against a righty, that's a fly to left, and so no throw is going to be needed, as Kenny can't go anywhere, and there's 1 down. Here's Joe Pepitone. Sparma to Pepitone. 1-5, another range play at the park. 4-1's a single plus to right field. We're checking the range of K-Line. He's a 5. He can take this hit away on anything other than a 6. And he does, so he takes that base hit away. It would have been runs at the corners at the very least, but he took that hit away with a fine range play. So 2 down for Steve Whitaker. 20, so that means it's a 1 or a 2 is going to be a balk. Nope, no balk. So Sparma to Whitaker, 5-2, and that is a walk chance. 16, way too high for that. And Whitaker will swing away. 6-3, flies to right to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-0. This game is rolling along just like the game of the week did on Saturday, with these low-scoring games. And now for the Tigers, top of the order, Mickey Stanley, followed by McAuliffe and K-Line. Downing to Stanley, 1-6, hit by pitch chance. Not going to happen. Go to Stanley. 4-1 ground ball to second. Horace Clark has it. One away for Dick McCullough. Downing, 3-3. Strikeout chance. Got him. 2 down. Where Al Kaline had made that nice defensive play. 6-3. He's not tired, so there's no single there. Kaline, 2-3. Ground ball to second, and Horace Clark is on it again. And it's a 1-2-3 inning, but the Tigers have gone dormant offensively. Kind of expected from the Yankees, but you expect the Tigers to put up more offense than this, but just the way it is. All right, top of the 7th we go. Sparma, like I said, can face 25. He has faced 24. So he's going to be getting tired very quickly. So the Tigers will go to look at their bullpen, see who they have available to come in to pitch. They have right-handers Dobson, Fred Gladding, Fred Lasher, Mike Marshall, and Dave Wickersham. Lefties, Johnny Padres and Hank Aguirre. So looking at the Yankees, they have some lefties coming up. So with the lefties coming up, Hank Aguirre is loosening in their bullpen. So Hank Aguirre, just in case Sparma should sputter, they will have Hank Aguirre ready to go. Sparma, 3-3. That's a walk plus. He walks at an 11. The plus makes him a 21. That's a 24. So the 18 obviously fits. And Roy White is your runner on first base now. Jake Gibbs is the last batter he can face before he turns his fatigue on. Roy White, to get the lead, needs a 5. He's got a good chance to get the lead. Needs a 5 or less. And he does. So Roy White going to be looking to run. He's a 14. Sparma's a +3, makes it a 17. Freehand's a +1, makes it an 18. So 1-18, and Roy White will steal it. And he does. Stolen base. So he gets in a scoring position with nobody out. So you're saying it's pronounced Hank Aguirre? Is that how it's pronounced? Hank Aguirre? Not Aguirre, but Aguirre? Is that correct, Ben? Hank Aguirre? Okay, we'll go with it. Hank, thank you for letting me know that. I had no idea. I see that name and I think Aguirre. Maybe he was, I don't know. But it's Aguirre. We'll call it Aguirre. Right, not the Aguirre from the Bad Boy Pistons. All right. So Hank Aguirre is loosening the bullpen. So, all right, now Sparma facing Jake Gibbs after Roy White just stole second base. Sparma 6-6 blank. We go to Jake Gibbs. 5-1 ground ball to second. That'll get the runner to third with only 1 out. And now the infield is going to have to come in, and Sparma is tired. So they're going to take their chances because he's a pretty decent pitcher. They'll leave him in there. But if he hits these parentheses results, he's going to have to come out. No question. 1, but he's not stealing home. So. Oh, yeah, sure we don't, Mr. RJL, like Mark Belanger. Yeah. Yep, you got it. All right, Sparma to Smith with the infield in. 4-1, possible error on a ground ball. 4-2, and that is a ground ball to short. That's a 4. Shortstop is Trzeski. He's a 9. He boots it, and that's going to bring home the run. Yankees lead it 2-0. And Sparma caught a bad break there. Should have gotten the out there. All right. Sparma is tired, but he's facing the pitchers. They're going to let him keep going. Aguirre is ready in the bullpen, though, if he's needed. Sparma to Downing with 1 out, and Downing's going to swing away. Not going to bunt. 2-5, that's the ballpark card going to Tiger Stadium. Oop, the white die didn't make it. Let's try that again. 3-6, and that is a blank for a rare play. So rare play with a runner on base. Rare play with men on base. See what becomes of that. 32 with less than 2 outs, shallow, and there are less than 2 outs. Shallow fly to center resolve as an F8 range play. If the center fielder does not catch the ball, the lead runner gets a late break attempting to advance the next base. Roll 1d6 versus the base running rating and the center fielder arm and see if he's going to be out or not. All right, so first things first is a range play for the center fielder. And again, that's Comer. He's only a 1, so not very good chance he's going to catch this. And he does not, obviously. But the lead runner, Charlie Smith, got a late break, so we're going to check the... It says here to check the... roll 1d6 versus the base running rating plus the arm. Well, the arm is a +2. The base running rating on Charlie Smith is a 2. So that's a 4. And it says here, if higher, he's out. Otherwise, he's safe. So if we get a 5 or a 6, they'll actually get a force on Charlie Smith at second base. 1-4, it drops in for a hit. And it will drop in for a hit. Al Downing, 2 hits on the game. And that's going to do it for Mr. Sparma. He just can't catch a break from his defense either. But he's tired, and with the runner in scoring position, they don't want to give up any more cheap runs. So that will do it for Mr. Sparma. He is done. And Hank Aguirre is going to come on to pitch. Horace Clark's a switch hitter, but he hits a little bit better against righties. So Aguirre is on. With runners at first and second. And 1 out. 1 run already in. It's 2-0 Yankees. Let's see. Can anybody do anything? I don't think Charlie Smith can steal third base. Shocked. No, he can't. So there's no strategy roll needed because we're not bunting. And there's no balk or pickoff. So we're going to just roll away. With Aguirre, 2-5, blank. We go to Horace Clark. 5-3. That's a single past the pitcher. And that's going to score Charlie Smith. It is now 3-0 Yankees. Downing, I don't think, can make third on that. S1, now you have to have a 4 or better, so he stops at second base. Runs at first and second. That run is charged to Sparma. It's unearned, but the Yankees will take it. Now Kenny is up with, he's a lefty. He's not very good at shortstop either. Let's look at the Yankee bench. They might go ahead and bring in another pitcher now the lefty's in, another shortstop now the lefty's in there. Pinch hitters Ruben Amaro, Frank Fernandez, Dick Hauser, John Kennedy, Bill Robinson, and Bob Tillman from the right, and Mike Hegan and Tom Chopay from the left. So shortstop, Dick Hauser is going to come in and pinch hit for Kenny, and he will take over at shortstop. So Dick Hauser, we're in the 7th inning, so free substitutions are fair game. So Dick Hauser will be the new shortstop. He will pinch hit and stay in the game to play short. He's a 3 with a 0-0. So they improve defensively. And they improve offensively, obviously. And now Aguirre has to deal with Hauser. 2 in, 2 on, 1 out. And here's the pitch. 6-5, strikeout straight up. That's a 3. He's a 4, so he's going to strike out. Plus Stadium adds 1. So that's out number 2 as Hauser strikes out. And now here's Mickey Mantle. Turn him around to bat right-handed, where he has less power. (5-1) ballpark card going to Mickey Mantle. Going to Tiger Stadium for Mickey Mantle. His home run chance is a 1-11 if he finds the home run result. 6-6, no, he flies to left, and that's going to end the inning. So Aguirre did okay. He gave up the 1 inherited runner, but it could have been a lot worse. That's 3 runs charged to Sparma. Only 2 of them were earned. Sparma is actually going to go 6 1/3. And, of course, he is the loser of record. So for the Yankees, they get they get 2 runs on actually 2 hits and an error, and they leave 2 on. 7th inning stretch time. No music, but I might stretch anyway, just to stretch. And Al Downing will be back out to pitch. He can face 27 batters. He's only faced 22, so he's in good shape. And he's going to be facing Horton, Freehand, and Wirt. If we get to Comer, he's being pinch hit for sure. So they will find somebody that can play center field. Anybody that can play center field. Actually, they might move Mickey Stanley to center field and bring in Norm Cash to hit. I don't know. Let's look at their righties. They don't have much on the right-hand side. So I'm thinking that's what they may do, although Cash is very limited against lefties. Actually, they're going to bring in Jim Northrup, I think. So Jim Northrup is going to take over for Wayne Comer. If he doesn't pinch hit for him, he's going to take over for him in the top of the 8th. So Northrup. They are tired of having those balls drop in center field in front of Comer, and then him not having the arm to do anything about it. So he's a 3-4-0 instead of a 1-0 plus 2. He runs at a 4. So Northrup will be taking over for Comer, and that's it for Comer. His day is over. So let's get Comer out of there and put Northrup in there. All right, Yankee bullpen in case they are needed. See who they have available in their bullpen. Fred Talbot from the right side, Thad Tillotson, Joe Verbanek, and Dooley Womack all from the right side, and Steve Hamilton from the left side. Dooley Womack is their closer. So we'll see if they need anybody coming up, but we'll see. No, Ben, I gotta play it as it is. I mean, I don't think the Tigers subbed him out that early, so I had to give him, to make it realistic. Didn't want to game the system. So, in my general rule of thumb, and I think RJL uses the same one, that free subs don't start coming in until the 7th inning, except for an injury or something like that. But just to do wholesale, take out a scrub to put somebody else in doesn't usually happen until the 7th inning. All right, here's Downing to Horton, who's 0 for 2. 3-2 is a strikeout chance. 10 got him. Boy, Al Downing's just dealing in this game. And here's Bill Freehand. 5-3. That's a ball 1. He's the one that's figured Downing out. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Walk being intentional. Hit by pitch. That's a 24. So he's obviously hit by the pitch. So Freehand's been intentionally walked and hit by the pitch. So there you go. Strategy rolls are still on. But Freehand's not going to go anywhere, but we'll roll for a pickoff, though. Nothing happening. Here's Don Wirt, infield halfway. 6-3. He's not tired yet, so there's no single. 3-1, and that's a star 6, a fly to right field for out number 2. And now Jim Northrup will pinch hit. Even though he's a lefty, he hits lefties pretty well, so better than the righty slubs they have on the bench. So here's Downing. Nothing happening. Downing to Northrup. 2-3, strikeout chance 6, got him. That's going to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 7. It is the Yankees 3 and the Tigers nothing. Aguirre will stay in the game because a lefty Pepitone is coming up. He can face 5 batters. He's only faced 3, so he's still in good shape. 2 lefties coming up, Pepitone and Whitaker, but in their bullpen, they have right-handed action in the bullpen. And it's going to be, looks like Fred Lasher will be coming on after Aguirre faces Whitaker and Pepitone to face Roy White. They're going to bring in Fred Lasher. And there might even be a double switch just to irritate RJL. Not sure yet. All right, here is Aguirre's pitch to Pepitone. 4-6, that's a range play. 6-6, it's a ground ball to the shortstop. So the range check is on the shortstop, Trzaskowski. He's a 3. 1-3, he will make this play. He does not. Base hit. Snuck it past him. So Pepitone's aboard. Strategy rolls are now off because we're in the 8th inning, and it's a 3-run deficit, so they are now off. So Whitaker facing Aguirre. 3-6 strikeout chance, 18 too much. We go to Aguirre. Go to Whitaker, rather. 1-5 is a fly to center. And that's going to, well, I don't know. They got switching to left coming up. He's now tired. You know what? We're going to leave Aguirre in there a little bit longer. If he gets a runner in scoring position, we'll take him out. But they're going to hope that he can get Roy White. Oops, Suadice. Roll that again. 6-3, strikeout 8. Got him. He's a 7 plus the 1. Struck him out. 2 down. And now Jake Gibbs. We got lefty still going. So Aguirre trying to give Mayo Smith vindication for leaving him in. 5-5 is another strikeout. That's a 4. He got him. So boy, Mayo Smith did the right thing there, leaving him in. And that's going to end the inning. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Of course, now that's it for him because they're going to pinch hit for him. So there won't be a double switch because they're actually going to pinch hit for him. So that will save the double switch. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Downing will be facing Trzeski and a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter, let's see who that's going to be. Like I said, the right-handers aren't very good. Jim Price isn't bad. Actually, Eddie Matthews is going to pinch hit. He hits lefties pretty well. So Trzeski and Matthews followed by Stanley against Downing. But the Yankees will need bullpen help because Downing's about ready to be tired. So they are looking at Joe Verbanek, a right-hander. He's going to be in the Yankee bullpen, loosening. Fred Lasher's already going to pitch the 9th for the Tigers. Here's Trzeski against Downing. 6-4, strikeout 15, too high. We go to Trzeski. 6-3 is a star 4. It's a ground ball to second, 1 away. And now the pinch hitter will be up. It will be Eddie Matthews. They used all their good right-handed hitters in the game already, so that on the bench they really don't have much from the right side. Most of their hitters are left-handed that are any good. So here's Matthews. Downing to Matthews. 3-6 is a range play. We go to Matthews. 6-1 to fly to right, so we got a range check on the right fielder, Roy White. He's only a 2. A 1-2, he makes the catch. He does not. It's a single or a double. It will be a single for Eddie Matthews. Now the question is, do you pinch run for Matthews? He's a 3. Do they have anybody faster? Nope, all their bench guys are 3 or less, so we're going to leave Matthews in the game, running at first base. For Mickey Stanley. Now Downing is tired, but he is tossing a shutout, so that's going to mean that he's going to get a little bit more of an extension, a little bit more of a chance to do something, so they're going to let him keep going until he runs into trouble. 5-1, strikeout 13, too high. We go to Mickey Stanley. 2-2, and that's a star 1, ground ball to third, possible double play. He's a 2. That's a 3. Halfway is a 4. The pivot is the shortstop, Hauser, who's a 0. I'm sorry, second baseman Clark, who's a 0. So it is a total of 1-4 rather, for a double play. 5, they're not going to get it. They will get the force on Matthews, 5-4. And reaching first base on the fielder's choice will be Mickey Stanley. That's going to bring up McAuliffe. Lefty on lefty. Do they go to the bench for a right-hander that can hit? Let's find out. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Jim Price will hit, and Jerry Lumpy will stay in the game to play second base. So Lumpy will be the new second baseman in the 9th inning. And he is a 2-11-0 with a 2. But the pinch hitter is going to be Jim Price, a right-handed hitter, backup catcher. And Lumpy would stay in to play second base. So Downing to Price, 6'5", strikeout 17, too much. Price, 6'1", ground ball to third. It's going to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the ninth. And that's going to be it for Al Downing. The Yankees will now have Dooley Womack warming in the bullpen to close it. And Lumpy will take over at second base for the Tigers. And we need a new pitcher for the Tigers. And that's going to be Fred Lasher. So Lasher is on. Aguirre went an inning and 2/3. And let's see what he gave up. 2 hits. He gave up an inherited run. It was not charged to him. It was charged to Sparma. Struck out 3. Didn't walk anybody. And now Lasher is on. He'll face Charlie Smith, a pinch hitter for Downing. And then Horace Clarke. So let's look at the Yankee bench. First of all, look at the Tiger bullpen. See who they're bringing in. Well, they already brought in Lasher, so I'm getting ahead of myself here. Problem with these cards is both teams have the same coloring, so sometimes it's hard to tell which team you're grabbing here. So this is the Yankees and their pinch hitters. And with the righty on the mound, they're looking at a lefty possibly to pinch hit. Although the lefties aren't very good, so we will not have a lefty. Their bench is just terrible. Terrible, terrible. Hate to use this guy. Only had 27 at bats, but he is the best hitter they have. So we'll go with Tom Chopay. So Chopay will end up hitting for Downing. But first, Charlie Smith will hit. So it's going to be Smith, Chopay, and Clarke do it for the Yankees. Smith, Chopay, and Clarke against Fred Lasher. 3-5, and that is a single against a right-hander straight up. So Charlie Smith gets the single. Now you wonder if they have Chopay, if they call him back, they might look for somebody that can bunt better. See if they got anybody that's a good bunter on the bench. Bill Robinson. Oh, John. Well, I've already used him. Ruben Amaro does really well. So they're going to call Chopay back, and they're going to pinch hit with Ruben Amaro. So Chopay was not officially announced. I was premature putting him in there. So Ruben Amaro will actually be on to bunt. And I'm not worried about a strategy roll. When I want to bunt, I'm going to bunt. And when it's an obvious bunt situation, I go with a bunt situation. The strategy rolls are merely suggestions, not rules. All right, so we're going to bunt. Infield corners are in. He is a 4, becomes a 3. So let's see who fields it first of all. That's a 6. That means the catcher, Freehand's going to pounce on it. Question is, do we have a good bunt? He's a 3. So he needs a 1 to 12 to really have a good bunt. 15, they get the lead runner. So that's going to be a lead runner play. So it's going to end up being a fielder's choice. It's going to go 2 to 6 on the fielder's choice as Amaro does not bunt or can't get the bunt down. So Amaro is the new runner. But strategy rolls are off, so we're not going to, no stealing. So Lasher to Horace Clarke. 5'6", switch hitter batting left-handed is a strikeout plus. So with the 7 there, he's going to strike out. Out number 2. And that brings up Dick Hauser. Lasher to Hauser. 5-3 is a range play. Go to Hauser. 1-5. That's a double to left field, but it's a range check on Willie Horton, who's a 3. This could save a run if he can catch it. 1-3. He's got it. Willie Horton takes the double away. Circle that one. That probably saved a run. The way Amaro can run. He runs at a 2, not that great, but still, probably saved a run. So we go to the bottom of the 9th, 3-0 favor of the Yankees. And they will turn to their closer, Dooley Womack, 5-6, 2.41 ERA, and 18 saves. And there will be a defensive replacement for the Yankees as well. Mike Hegan will come in and take over at first base for the aged Mickey Mantle. He's a 4-0 versus a 2-4. So Mike Hegan, and he's kind of famous for being a defensive replacement for those Oakland A teams in the early 70s as well. So especially in 72 when they had Mike Epstein, they would use Hegan quite a bit defensively. So that's what the Yankees are doing there. So Mickey Mantle is out of the game. So Dooley Womack is your pitcher. Let's get the totals on Downing. He went 8 innings, did not give up any runs. Hits allowed, 1, 2. He's throwing a 2-hitter. Gave up a single to Comer, and a single to 3-hitter. Single to Comer, single to Freehand, and a single to Matthews, pinch hitter. So he gave up 3 hits. That was it. He started the game walking 2, didn't walk anybody after that, so he got his control back, although he did hit Freehand. He did do an intentional walk, so he had 3 walks all in the first inning. Strikeouts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. So a wonderful outing there, and of course he's in line to get the victory. If Dooley Womack can hold it, he's going to be facing the heart of the order, though. K-Line, Horton, and Freehand. So if you're the Tigers, these are the guys you want up at the plate. So this is it right here. Dooley Womack facing Al K-Line. Womack, 1-5, possible error. 4-1 is a single to short, so there's no error chance. It's a speed chance per rule, so that's a 1-4. So 1-4, K-Line beats this out. A 5 or a 6, he is out. That's a 3. He beats it out for an infield single. That's the version 3 rules that were updated. There's no more an error chance on when you have a single with an error that turns into a straight up speed chance. So K-Line's at first with nobody out for Willie Horton. Infield double play depth. Womack, 3-6. That is a blank to the right-hander. We'll go to Horton. 6-2, power result to center field. Goes to 12. That's an 11. That's a triple for Willie Horton. Willie Horton, and as RGL likes to say, a lead is never safe in inside pitch. It's now 3-1, and the Red Sox are sweating. Watching it on TV, they are sweating. Infield's going to lay it back because Horton's run is irrelevant. It's the other runners, so they want to keep everybody else in check. So they will lay back. Womack to Freehand, 3-4, and that is a blank. We go to Freehand. 3-1 fly to left is a sacrifice fly. His sacrifice fly rating is only a 1, but it is a 1, so it will be a sacrifice fly for Freehand, and it cuts the lead to 3-2, but now the bases are empty. Womack has to regroup here. He is their closer, but the Yankees aren't going to play around. They have Steve Hamilton, the lefty, loosening the bullpen behind him. It is now a 3-2 game with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, and here's Don Wirt. Womack, 5-6 is a blank. We go to Wirt. 1-1, it's a fly to center, so that's 2 away, and it's up to Jim Northrup. He's the last hope for the Tigers. Trzaskowski is on deck, but would normally be on deck, but Norm Cash has picked up a bat, and he would hit if Northrup can reach. Womack, 6-4, ballpark car going to Tiger Stadium. Northrup would have a 1-7 chance on a home run. 6-4, though it's going to be a star 5. It's a fly to left, and that's going to end the ball game. So the Yankees hang on and win it 3-2 as Dooley Womack gets a very cheap save, giving up the 2 runs, but he still gets the save. Gave up 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. So there's your ball game, 3-2. Yankees win it, and that puts the Tigers down only ahead 2 games now as they've Red Sox and Tigers both lose to inferior teams, and so the spread is down to 2. Red Sox very happy about that. Let's go over the totals. Player of the game, I'm giving it to Al Downing. He pitched 8 shutout innings. I don't think you can do much better than that. I don't see anybody else on here that would qualify. Plus, he had 2 hits. I mean, what else can the guy do? So he's the player of the game for sure. Let's check errors. There was 1 error. It was on the shortstop, Trzeski. So the Tigers had the 1 error. Base hits. Let's see. The Yankees had 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. They had 9 hits. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Tigers had 5 hits. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Winning pitcher was Al Downing. Loser was Joe Sparma. Dooley Womack gets the save despite allowing 2 runs in the 9th, but that's the save rule. You come in with a 3-run lead. That's a cheap save. Give up 2 runs, and you still get a save. That's why the save is one of the most overrated statistics in baseball. And I don't like the save rule as it is. To me, you should have to face the tying run at the plate. If the tying run's not at the plate, you shouldn't get a save. That's my rule. But baseball sees it differently, so which is why baseball is screwed up a lot of the times. But that's just my editorial opinion on that. All right, so with that loss, let's update the standings on the spreadsheet, or on the Excel sheet, I should say. Get our updated standings going. Both teams losing to inferior opponents. So now, what do I do with my piece of paper? I just had it. Now I can't find it. I got so much paper here, I don't know where it went. I've got my strat stuff and my inside pitch stuff kind of intermingling, which is part of the problem. It's a 2-game deficit. I don't remember the exact things otherwise, but it's a 2-game deficit with 10 games to play. So that's where we stand. 2 games with 10 games to play. September 21st. The schedule for September 21st. The Tigers are off on the 21st, but Boston will play Cleveland. That's going to be the next video on Inside Pitch. It'll be from September 21st. Boston will get another chance to play Cleveland. Then on the 22nd, both teams play doubleheaders on the road. Boston's in Baltimore. Detroit is in Washington for doubleheader action. So that's what's going on that. Of course, Stratomatic. Always like to do that as well. Yeah, but Clint, the save situation is a 3-run lead in the 9th. That's a save situation. So he didn't really cause it. He came into it because by rule, if you come into the 9th inning with a 3-run lead or less, it's a save situation, which I don't agree with, but that's just the way they ruled in baseball. But anyway, next video on the channel will probably be something Stratomatic. I'm not sure what it's going to be on Stratomatic, but I'll probably do something with Stratomatic, and then get in the Boston-Cleveland game on the 21st, and then by that time, we may be closer to the NBC game of the week between the Astros and the Cubs, 1973 on Saturday. But you never know. It's fluid, so it depends on what's going on in my life and what I feel up to playing and so forth. But anyway, this one, Yankees help out the Red Sox, beating the Tigers 3-2. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play. However you choose to play it, I will see you all down the road.